So you're telling me there's a chance?
Space! play games, Gene? Well, when it's game time, it's pay time, baby. Woo!
If I was a young fella like you, I'd be mounting every woman in Wabasha.
What? It's making racket. It's doing things, noise and shit. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. Didn't do what it was supposed to do. What is that? What? What? Show that. Oh, that's the... okay. This is bigger on my screen and is not showing the little bit of the red button at the bottom of the Factorio main UI screen thingy, majob or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Dagger with the W. Sammy, Fred, welcome in. Technology lets us down again. Damn it, tech. Banger songs this morning. Welcome in, guys. How are you doing today? We are gonna work on faith. Did it ever stop letting us down? Don't stop doing what you're doing. Mad Demon, welcome in. The demonic Doritos. So, I stayed up too late last night. Got like 4 hours of sleep. And I had two choices this morning when the alarm went off. It's so early, I haven't had my Pop-Tart yet. Damn it! I had two choices. I could either lay in bed and get another 45 minutes worth of sleep, and later feel like I had let myself down because yet again I didn't get up and go out and get some exercise. Or I could get up and go get my exercise. Lose a little bit of sleep, but feel better about myself. That is what I chose to do. Went out and got a little walk this morning, added a little run on the end of it. Trying to get back into running shape. Trying to get there. We'll get there. It's just gonna take some time. I gotta get my ass in motion. And I ain't talking about a donkey. Yesterday we worked on Space Age. We're gonna do that again today. Let's go. Ooh. Skinny dick legs. Floppy dick legs. I got coffee and a peanut butter sandwich. Need to get yourself in walking shape again. Boosh, I know that it's hard to overcome. Oh, you got an ankle being ornery. For me, it's hard to overcome inertia. Once I stop moving, then I don't want to move, you know? And, yeah. Once I get going, it's fine. But that's where I've been for the last few months. Not moving. Wartall, trying. It's all you got to do. All you got to do is try. And I've not been going very far. I started out walking about a mile. And there will be days where I go a little bit farther. Usually it's about 1.6, 1.7 miles. And I'm doing the same thing that I did back in Missouri last spring, where I picked a spot that was about a quarter mile away from the house. Maybe a little less than a quarter mile away from the house. And I started working from that spot earlier into my run a little bit earlier each time. I'm sorry, earlier into my walk a little bit earlier each time. And I just start jogging. But that's what I'm trying to do. So work up to the point where I'm walking, you know, a couple miles or so. And then start adding some running in and make that running segment a little bit bigger every time. And when I say a little bit bigger, literally like one more block, the length of a block. That was what I did last spring, and it worked. And I got to the point where I was running 5K right before we left on our bike trip. And I want to get back to that. So, chop chop, right? Do it. Yesterday I had what appeared to be major problems trying to get things sorted. I've been working on these schedules, just trying to clean them up and make them better, and I got so much junk in here. And because I've added more ships, I'm able to then kind of separate jobs a little bit, which is good. And from there, I ended up messing up these things on code specifically. So I don't know that. So basically what happens here, I'll explain it. Let's create something, okay? If I create, we're gonna call this group that one test, okay? Now that may be a bad example, but if I have a test here where we're just gonna do a couple things, okay? This guy's supposed to pick this stuff up from here. I'm not gonna tick the box. That part doesn't matter. But if I have another group, that second test, and we're making these. Pick something. How about that? Okay. And then I was like, oh, I want to rename this. What ended up happening was I had a Fulgora Codecula thing that was up here at the top. And I wanted to name this one that, thinking that I could name it that separately. You can't. If you try and name something the same, notice these. It just makes it that one. These are Yeah. So that was the problem. That was the problem. So, and there's no recovery from this. Once you do one of these, you're hosed. You are hosed. So don't delete them or change the name of them unless you know what you're doing. That's the short version of it all. I went back into the VOD and was able to get this row. I just wanted this row because this is important. This is defense stuff that's coming from Fulgora going over to Gleba so that we can have the Tesla turrets and whatnot. So, yeah. This part doesn't matter as much. Could probably take that out, but I'll leave it there for now. It's fine. I removed that from the request in here. It was right there. So that's good. It's fine. Fixed it. Went back in the VOD. Picked up what I needed. Code's fixed. And then I got to looking at this and I thought, you know what? Instead of having each one of these named Mucky Supply or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Those are going to get that. That's a... Each one of those is... Actually, this needs to be fixed. So this we're going to call this refuel and supply because that's what happens whenever they go to novice. They get refueled and supplied. It happens on the interrupt. There are some ships that go there anyway. For instance, this ship goes there anyway. However, as a matter of practice, we're going to call that. It's good. So this is going to get renamed refuel. Be nice if it was at the top. It was at the top. Why can't I see it? Oh, because it's here. Okay. So he's good to go. Like him. We fixed him. He has this. Good, good, good. Clean this up. It's all good. I like it. Mucky, you're going to get this. Here. He has his interrupt stuff in here. Okay. Vic. Let's get some refuel. Vic is picking up LDS from Vulcanus. And then going to Novice and dropping that off. Which we have in here. He has his interrupt thing in here. It's on the interrupt, but what I want to do is I don't want them to sit. So if for whatever reason a ship is sitting at a planet, request not satisfied for some reason, and it runs out of fuel, I want it to fuck off right then and take off. Because that uranium fuel is what makes the power happen. It'll last for a while on one, probably 10 minutes or something. So it gives it plenty of time to get back to wherever it needs to go. But the interrupt doesn't work unless it actually leaves the station. So if it's sat there for too long and runs out of fuel, I want it to leave. There could be a... that could be something that could be a quality of life thing they could do. Have a box to tick that says, you know, force this interrupt no matter what or something. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Vic. Benwoo. How you doing, buddy? How goes? Doing all right? Good. Very good. How's it with you? I'm good, man. For the last week or better, let me back up. I'm trying to get in a little bit better shape. I'm not very physically fit right now. When I say that, I'm not physically fit at all. So in an effort to try and give myself something to focus on, I got myself a watch. Better off than you. And seriously, I'm about as heavy as I've ever been. I've been sedentary for months on end, and just got to the point where I'm walking again. So I don't know that that's better off than you. You haven't improved since before the bike ride? Well, the bike ride really did not give me fitness, okay? I think a lot of people have this mistaken idea that you can go out and ride whatever amount of miles and you're going to be fine, and that's going to make you physically fit. And it not for everybody. I think what it comes down to is I have a specific physiology that allows me to be very efficient on the bike. And with that, I've got to go out and put in some serious